Welcome to the World Wide Web and the 360 Podcast, the bite-sized show about nothing. That's right, we talk about anything and everything. I'm your host, Mr. Zachley. I'm a Christian, husband, father, plus I love live streaming and gaming over on Twitch. Find me there. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Here we go. Welcome into the World Wide Web and the 360 Podcast. My name's Mr. Zachley. I'll be your host while you're here. Welcome to the World Wide Web. Hey, episode 6. It's hard to believe we're already 6 episodes into this thing called the 360 Podcast. Anyway, episode 6, one mistake you wish you could change. Let me tell you about my mistake. So, I was in 7th grade at the time. 7th grade. Okay, I am 31 now. I think I was 13, so 18 years ago. And this is one mistake I wish I could go back and change. And it haunts me probably every month at least. Maybe. So what it is that I feel like I'm a good person. Like, not like a good person, you know, because like I said in the intro, I'm a Christian and I know that I'm a sinner saved by grace. But, like, I feel like I'm a nice guy, okay? But I did something that nice guys don't do, okay? So check this out. 7th grade, okay? We've got a substitute teacher. It's a day for a test. So she hands out the test and basically she doesn't have to do anything. Perfect. That's great. That's what you want for a substitute teacher. Hey, teacher, come in, hand them this piece of paper, collect it at the end of class. Your day is done. So me and my friend, we're sitting next to each other during this test. Not a big deal. I'm not a cheater. He's not a cheater. But we decided to start passing notes just for the heck of it. Just back and forth chatting. It had nothing to do with the test. We were not cheating. Okay, I don't cheat. I don't. I feel bad if I do. And we started passing a note back and forth. And we started talking about weird stuff. But we noticed with this teacher, okay, she had a lot of hair on her arms. You're in 7th grade, you notice weird things like that. If it was me now, I probably wouldn't have even noticed. Anyway, the day before, I had watched ScoobyDoo. Okay, I know this sounds weird. This sounds like it's like a rabbit trail way off. It's not, I promise you. I watched Scooby-Doo. There was a guy on there. He was the bad guy. He was an ape man or something like that. He was an ape man. That's what they called him, was an ape man. Okay? So my mind immediately went to this Scooby-Doo episode that I saw the day before. And my buddy Matt sends me the note, and he's like, you know, whatever. I forget what we were talking about, but then I said, look at the hair on her arms, thinking I would make reference to this Scooby-Doo episode, right? And he said, wow, that's a lot of hair. And I said, what did I say? I said, like, what did I say? Something about like, you know, something that was really hairy, werewolf maybe. And he's like a baboon. And then I said, like an ape man, referencing the show I had watched the day before. Now listen, I'm a nice guy. Why would I ever say anything like that about somebody? I don't know. We were just talking. It wasn't even like we were really making fun of her or anything, because I talked to him afterwards and he's like, no, it was just she had hair on her arms. It's what you do, whatever. We talked about it. And anyway, so we're passing these notes during the test, and one of the other kids goes, hey Matt, hey Zach, why are you guys passing notes during a test? I was like, crap. So I just threw it in the trash real fast. There was a trash right next to me. I just threw it into the trash can. I was like, what the heck? And so the teacher like looks at us weird, and I'm thinking, we didn't do anything wrong. And anyway, we finish up our tests and we leave. Okay? After school that day, the principal calls this Matt kid and me to his office. And Matt kid and I. Proper English, Zach. So we get to the office. He shows us our conversation on our paper. And he says, what's this? I actually laughed because I thought it was innocent. I was just like, yeah, whatever. It's a note, whatever. Like, we didn't cheat or anything, so I didn't really feel bad. My buddy Matt, though, he's like, that's from earlier today. We're like, yeah, and he's like, well, the teacher found it. We're like, wait a minute. The substitute teacher, making sure that me and my buddy Matt are not cheating, she's like, I have to go into that trash. Because if we're cheating, obviously we're going to get bad grades. We can't cheat on a test. I get it. She found it. And so this hurts me talking about it. So anyway, what we had to do was the principal said, here's what I can do. He said, I can either do this. I can either let you guys take these home, take a copy of this home to your parents, show it to them, and my phone buzzed. He said, I can either let you guys take it home to your parents and have them sign it and bring it, or have them sign it, you bring it back. That way I'll give you a chance to talk to your parents about it. Or, he said, I can talk to your parents for you. And I was like, oh, I'm going to take it home to my parents. He's like, I need it by tomorrow. So perfect. So we had a basketball game that night. We have our basketball game. We're driving home from our basketball game, and I tell my dad, I said, hey, I told him the story I just told you. I said, we were sending this note back and forth in class about the teacher. My dad, who, by the way, is a funny guy, he starts laughing. He's like, her arms were that hairy. I said, yeah. And then I said, and she found the note. And he goes, what? And after that, he was mad. He was furious. And I can understand why. But he was mad. He was upset. But he also kind of thought it was funny. But anyway, I told them the same story. And they signed it. And I never saw that teacher again. She was a substitute teacher on that day in that class. And I never saw her again. I want to tell you that I think about this regularly. Like every month probably. I think about this. And I'm like, I really feel bad. I don't remember this lady's name. Okay? I don't remember her name. And I've tried to look her up on Facebook. I have wanted to apologize for a very long time. Part of me thinks, don't worry about it. She's probably forgot about it by now, so don't even worry about it. Another part of me thinks she probably thinks about it as much as I do. And so I really want to apologize because I feel so bad. That's my mistake that I wish I could change, because that is something that eats at me. It eats at me. I have to tell myself to forget it. I have to distract myself most days that I think about it and be like, stop thinking about it. What is something in your life that you wish you could go back and change? Right? Hopefully, it's not something so bad that it eats at you all the time. Side note, try not to make mistakes. Things that might haunt you the rest of your life. Second side note based off of that side note, if you do things and you make mistakes, learn from them. Learn from them. I learned don't write notes in class. So, that's not what I learned. I learned don't talk bad about people. Don't talk bad about people. Okay? I don't know the lady. I never saw her before that. I don't know her after that. But once a month, I think about her and how bad I made her feel. I'm sure I made her feel terrible. But if you make mistakes, please learn from them. Also, just don't make mistakes. Just be awesome at all times. Anyway, my name is Mr. Zach Lee. I've had a great time hanging out with you on the 360 podcast. Have a great and wonderful day. God bless. See ya.